Everybody, I thought I would do a quick video talking about this. This is the Sony UBP-X800M2. It's basically their top-of-the-line Blu-ray 4K player, and I've been wanting to pick it up for a while for a few reasons. One is, of course, I got my new fancy TV, so I wanted to kind of get more into the home theater side of things and start collecting 4K Blu-rays and watching movies like that. And, of course, I wanted something that's obviously the best quality, and this is one of those. Also, I've been wanting to pick this up for a long time because if you look at the specs, it's basically one of the cheapest universal disc players on the market. Now, a lot of people don't think of this as a universal disc player, but it effectively is because it not only supports 4K UHD Blu-ray, it supports Blu-ray, it supports Blu-ray 3D, it supports DVD video, recorded DVDs, DVD audio, SACD, CDs, CDR, CDRWs. It basically supports everything on the market that has ever came out, with the exception of Kodak picture discs. It also has a front panel mounted USB slot, so you can plug a USB drive into it. It supports high resolution video formats through that. It also supports high resolution audio formats like DSD and FLAC through that USB port as well. And it's a very interesting player. You know, of course, compared to Magnetar or Raven or the top-of-the-line Panasonic, what is it, the UDP-1000 or whatever it is, it's basically their most expensive. It isn't quite as well equipped in terms of outputs, but format-wise and specification-wise, it's just as capable. And I wanted to do a quick unboxing for you guys. So as I said, I quite literally just picked this up. It's actually brand new in the box. I'm going to have to open the tape. But yeah, you open it up, let's see what you get. Oh man, this thing is actually packed really well. It's got some, like, a thingy in it. Is that how you get it out of there? Yes, that is how you get it out of there, as a matter of fact. Looks like you have to cut it to get it out of here. Is that the way you do it? Nope, nope, you definitely got to cut it. I know that wasn't the best way to cut it. I do apologize, but I couldn't find my scissors. So, anyway, you got some batteries. Of course, up here you've got the remote. It's kind of your standard Sony remote. They've been putting these with their machines for a while. A lot of people complain about them. But the nice thing about the Sony remotes is if you also have a Sony television, it'll control that as well. So you kind of get sort of an all-in-one, and instead of having two remotes, you only have one. So it's also the only full-size disc player that they make anymore. It's a full-width unit. Very heavy, very well made. It is sort of plasticky a little bit, but very, very nice overall. Of course, you got round back. Sorry about the camera movement. You've got your power cord. Of course, it does have Wi-Fi, but it also has Ethernet. It does have a few built-in streaming apps. It's got two HDMI outs, one for video and audio, sort of your standard, but then it has a HDMI out just for audio. It has a coax out, and yeah, pretty straightforward. There you go. Yeah, overall, I'm very much looking forward to checking this thing out. Very, very excited. You know, it's something, like I said, I've been looking forward to getting one of these for a long time. I just never did bite the bullet. But yeah, I finally did. And in case anybody's wondering, the way that these outputs are supposed to work, the HDMIs, is let's say you've got your TV, and of course you've got a receiver, like a home theater receiver or a processor or something like that. You can run the video directly to the receiver, so you get the best possible video quality instead of it having to go through the receiver and possibly, you know, the receiver messes with the video quality. And then of course you run the audio directly to the receiver, and that way you can process the Dolby Digital or the Atmos or whatever. Of course it has coax as well. Now the only problem with the coax is if you play an SACD in this and you do use the coax out, it does convert the DSD on the SACD to PCM, so the DAC can read it. There are some ways around that, of course, as always, but that requires more money and boxes and things like that. But overall, I'm very much looking forward to checking this thing out and seeing not only how it plays films, but also how it plays CDs and SACDs. And yeah, anyway, stay tuned and I'll do a full review in probably a month or two.